I mean, the lies, and it's just a lot of lies.
It is.
From 1 month to another.
But he's supposed to be a builder. Whatever we think of him politically, he should be able to build things, right? He should be able to work with contractors to get what he wants, right? But clearly, again, he's unable to do that. He's actually falling back on the thing that America first became knowing him all about, firing people.
No, I haven't really commented on the Todd Blanche situation because I already knew they were going to approve him. And the people that were holding out, the two Republicans, Marjorie Taylor Greene used to do this all the time. For example, when Matt Gaetz was going for the AG, and it was about 3-4 Republicans in Congress that held out until they got, positions on the oversight committees. So I just knew it was just a matter of time before they folded, because they're trying to say they got rid of the tax, that Trump wouldn't be allowed to, just basically have immunity from getting investigated for his taxes. He's definitely going to have immunity for evading his taxes with Todd Blanche as the AG. They said they were holding out so that the $1.8 billion slush fund wouldn't go through. Well, that's not happened either. He's definitely going to be able to restart that up as soon as the president says, okay, do it.
Right now, this deal still allows for the Department of Justice to compensate January 6 rioters and others of the political allies of the president who have alleged in some form or fashion that the Justice Department was weaponized against them. Nothing in this prevents that.
So the two reasons that they said they were holding out, talking about special writing, there's nothing in there that won't stop them from starting it up again. Now I'm waiting to see what they got out of it. Maybe something for the state, maybe another position promised down the line. Who knows? Maybe part of the $1.8 billion slush fund. We'll have to wait and see. But I was never, ever thinking that he was not going to be, accepted as the new AG. Always happens, right? So now, when you take into account everything that's happened, the illegal appointments, of all the AGs and interns, that have been promoted, and then later, rejected by the courts because they were illegally appointed. I counted at least 5. When you count the illegal cases brought on the innocent people by lying, false evidence told to the grand jury or to get a warrant, that happens on a regular with this RICO gang of a DOJ. The Jerome Powells, the Letitia James, the Lisa Cook, James Comey, the fake electors, voting machines, Christy Knowles lying about the lady ambushing ICE and was shot, or that ICE was attacked with a shovel, or a civilian was legally armed and had to be killed in a protest, although he never pulled a gun and it was completely under his shirt. All of these things they've lied on. Absolutely lied on. I'm talking about officers, DOJs, prosecutors. They're making these false charges up, and it is a constant thing. They tried to charge somebody with felony Subway sandwich attack. That's true. That's true. That's how bad it's got. Now my question to you, Janine Pirro, is where your big mouth at right now?
Even when his own people have declared he was wrong, he will not back down.
And I was disappointed with Janine Pirro, really disappointed with Janine Pirro. She folded like an umbrella. We have photographs or tapes, like moving cameras, right? We have them where people are on the side cutting it with a box knife.
Now that Trump said that you choked and you wouldn't do all the illegal things he wanted you to do, which was stand by and put your name on this case, knowing they didn't have any evidence. And where are you at now? Where's that big mouth at? because she knows she came on TV and hindered the case by saying he was guilty, and that they had absolute evidence, that they had film footage. That's what they said.
There was an effort, a violent effort, to rip up the sealant from the bottom of the pool. We can state and prove beyond a reasonable doubt that he caused damage, and that damage is over $1,000.
Keying in on that, how do you prove that $1,000?
With an expert. Come to the trial.
Well, sorry to disappoint you, but you can't, in fact, come to the trial because there won't be one. Perot folded her tent with a legal motion filed shortly before 5 p.m. on Friday, acknowledging that the government had no case. The filing's only 20 pages long and it's worth reading in full. But the crux is that it admits that documents belatedly provided under pressure by Trump's own Department of the Interior show, quote, the damage was the result of a botched installation and not vandalism as initially represented, end.
Where's she at now? I don't know why America does this all the time. We just let it go, let it go, let it go, let it go. And it takes a cult-like reaction, like the people that, believe the lie of the J6, for them to get up in arms and go against their government. Why did we wait that long to do something? It takes a cult, it takes a fringe behavior or something like that before we shut it down. Because that's what should be happening right now. With the Mitch McConnell, 51 days, no show, haven't even made a video for your constituents, only 2 pictures, and everybody keeps saying they talked to him. They say, yeah, I talked to him, man, yesterday, and talked to Mitch McConnell. Who was that? No comment. Running. Every day now, since she mentioned that, they want to know, well, who was the person you talked to that said they talked to Mitch? And she's running, won't answer.
Senator McConnell is recovering and is healing and is in a rehabilitation hospital. That's what's been reported. I talked with somebody yesterday who visited him and said that he's clear-minded and he just needs to get stronger.
Oh, yeah, I talked to somebody yesterday. They went and visited McConnell. They said McConnell was great. Can we find that person? Can we talk to that person? Who was that person? Hello?
You were saying that you know someone who visited McConnell in the hospital. Can you reveal who visited him and what they thought about his condition? Hey, Senator. I just was going to ask you who the person you were saying visited McConnell in the hospital and said he was clear-minded. Would you be able to reveal who it was? All right, thank you, Senator. Take care.
As long as they're able to take our tax dollars and to keep buying ballrooms and planes that are going to sit in a Trump hotel and not even be used with your, however hundreds of millions of dollars he spent on that plane. Not to mention the billions of dollars that we're doing in fake monuments, covering statues with gold when they were already bronze. Just stupid stuff. We know what Trump is doing. Everything that he grants for a contractor to do, he's going to get a donation on the back end. We all know that's happening. We all know this is RICO. We all know it's a coordinated effort throughout the administration. I keep saying the same thing. In the end, there is going to be international RICO charges for Donald Trump. But for right now, America needs to shut it down. Because unless you hurt their pockets, they're going to keep doing the same thing. They do the same things, we're going to get the same results. I'm just saying.